say
yo 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 yo.
Welcome back, Angela Yee.
Hey, good to be back with you guys.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Tuesday.
Yee is back. Yee is back. Yee is back.
Yes, I missed you guys. I was in Johannesburg in South Africa. First, I was in Jamaica in Port Antonio, and then I went to Johannesburg. It was my first time in South Africa.
And you love it.
Yeah, it was amazing. I'll tell you this, though. They had security with us nonstop. Like, I couldn't go not one place.
You ain't need security in
without
our
Johannesburg, security.
Though. Just tell the people you didn't need security.
I'm not
though.
used to that.
But you didn't need it.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't ask for it. But I had no idea. The security we had was the same security that took care of Obama when he was out there.
Mm-hmm.
And so anything I had to do, like if I wanted to go to the gym, they're in the gym with us. It was a different type of feeling for me. But everybody treated us great. It was actually a women's event.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Her Story. Hip Hop Her Story. So Roxanne Shante was there with us, and so was Young M.A. And it was a lot of artists from South Africa, women who are rappers, and they were pretty incredible. So, you know, it was great. It was a good experience. I got to meet a lot of people. And while I was out there, I was watching all of the drama that was happening here. And I was like, man, it was so much solidarity. The women were supporting each other. It was a great event. And then I'm looking at Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj. I'm looking at all these things happening here, and I was like, maybe I should just stay.
You should have put your phone down. You went to Nelson Mandela Square, right?
Yeah, I went to Nelson Mandela Square. We went to Mandela's house. We went to the Apartheid Museum. We went to a safari, all of that.
Oh, man.
I was only there for like 3 days.
I love Johannesburg. I love South Africa. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the Africans that listen to the Breakfast Club. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's a 15-hour flight.
Yes, long flight, though.
And today is National No News is Good News Day. I don't even know what the hell that means. What the hell does that mean?
That
National
means,
No News is Good News
You
Day.
know how sometimes you're like, oh, Lord, please don't somebody else hit me up with something terrible happening. And then
so don't tell me nothing.
No, it
Oh, so
means
if I-
that
so if I
as
get-
long as it's quiet, like you know how when you don't get any mail, you're excited because there's no bills?
Perfect example. You took let's say you took your STD test, and they didn't call you today. No news is good news.
Yeah, so nobody tell me nothing, so that means it's good news.
There
Right.
you go.
Okay.
No emergencies, nothing bad happening.
All right. So no need for rumor report today, all front page news.
No news.
Okay, it's nothing.
All right, well,
there's
let's all
nothing
go
good in
home.
there's nothing good in none of those, I'm sure.
I'm
Right.
jet lagged. I don't mind extending this one more day.
Well, we got a bunch of special guests joining us this morning. We have Judge Lynn Toller
Okay, I like Judge Lynn a lot from Divorce Court.
from Divorce Court. We'll be kicking it with her. And also Russ.
I never met Russ before.
Me neither.
He's been wanting to come to the Breakfast Club.
Long
right?
time.
I hear nothing good about Russ. Everybody always
What?
says bad things about
Everybody
Russ.
says, yeah, they hate Russ.
Yes,
They do?
What?
Absolutely.
Are you serious?
I didn't know that. I never heard that.
Everybody.
People hate Russ. Like it's a whole big F Russ campaign.
That's almost like
It's
his
been
claim
like
to
that for
fame.
years.
Yeah, people just hate him.
Yes.
I never knew that.
I don't know where you've
Yeah.
been.
Yeah.
Why do they hate Russ so much?
I don't know.
I
We gotta
really
find
don't.
out.
I honestly don't know, to be honest.
They should do a show, an online show. Everybody hates Russ.
They said because he's too cocky, he's conceited, he feels himself,
Yep.
he puts other artists down. I guess we'll find out this
Wow.
morning. All right. Well, let's get the show cracking. Front page news. Guess who's doing it?
Envy, we want to extend it. The people are demanding that Envy keep doing front page news.
B. Nope. Nope, nope, nope.
Well, this person got Donkey of the Day while I was away, and we'll give you an update on her status.
All right, we'll get into all that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get some front page news. Now in Monday Night Football, the Jets beat the Lions 48-17. And the Rams beat the Raiders 33-13. Now, let's talk about this hurricane, Yee.
Yes, Hurricane Florence, there are mandatory evacuations. It's nearing a Category 5 in strength. Right now, they are saying that in South Carolina today, mandatory evacuation orders take effect at noon in 8 counties along the coastline. And in North Carolina, they're saying more than 1 million people on the southern East Coast have faced mandatory evacuation orders, as Hurricane Florence is going to be a Category 5 strength today. So, as you can see, if you're anywhere near these areas, the weather is pretty bad. I know a lot of flights were delayed, so if you are traveling, make sure you check that out.
I salute to all my peoples in South Carolina. Y'all hold y'all head.
Have you been checking on everybody?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to hit like the coast, like so the Myrtle Beach near Wilmington area. More, so it's kind of near my people, but not really.
All right, and Colin Kaepernick, he's selling these I'm with Cap jerseys on his website, and it's for $175. 20% of the proceeds go to his Your Rights camp. It's not made by Nike. Now, according to Colin Kaepernick, it actually instantly sold out. So if you want to get one of those I'm with Cap jerseys, those profits will go to support Your Rights camp.
Yeah, I felt a little way about that because I want to buy one, but you know what I'm saying? You got to give me first.
It's sold out.
Yeah, but you got to give me first dibs. I'm your man. You know what I'm saying? You got to give me first dibs on the jersey.
Again, it's not always about you.
If I want a jersey, it is.
Dibs,
But go online and buy one.
So you mean to tell me when y'all want something, but y'all know the person who's selling it, and then it's sold out, y'all don't feel a little way? Like, damn, you couldn't hit me up first?
No.
And let me know?
You think you his only friend?
No, but we talk every day.
That's the people that know Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, but me and Cap talk every day.
I'm sure there's
Literally.
people that talk to him all every day, too, that bought a jersey.
You probably can go on eBay and get one for maybe $1,000.
Yeah, support the cause.
Why would I do that?
I'm kidding.
The funny thing is
that would not support the cause.
He did send me the link this weekend. I didn't look at it.
See, there you go. See, there you go.
Well,
I just saw the picture, but I didn't know he was actually selling
time for you to
jerseys.
know your rights.
He didn't even know. Look, he didn't even
Click
check
on
the
that
link.
link.
I didn't even click on it.
All right, now let's do an update on a woman who got Donkey of the Day, Amber Geiger, a Dallas police officer. As you guys know, she was off duty when she shot Botham Shemjan, a black man who was in his own apartment. She said she thought she was entering her own apartment and didn't realize that she was on the wrong floor. Now they are saying that she's charged with manslaughter, but they may upgrade and make those more serious charges today.
You think?
So we'll find out. Yes.
I doubt it, but they should.
So now they are considering doing that. How does something like that happen?
Was she drunk? Did they say yet if she had alcohol in her system?
They did
or what it
a
was?
toxicology report
I don't think
to
they
her
got those.
on the scene, but I don't think the results have come back yet. But she had just literally got off work. Like, literally, she was still in uniform. She had been doing a 15-hour shift.
Right. She said she thought that there was a burglar in her apartment, not knowing that it wasn't her apartment, and that's when she shot it.
Now, listen, the story that they told makes a lot of sense. I mean, that's a great put-together story because it's not about what you can it's not about what you know, it's about what you can prove.
I can't see him charging her. I can't see him after everything because all she's going to say is, I went into the wrong apartment. I was scared. I told him to put his hands up, and I fired. That's what she's going to say.
No, she didn't even say that.
And she's going to say it's a mistake.
They said the apartment was pitch black. So
Right.
all she saw was a figure.
Silhouette.
Right.
Yeah.
And the door was open, so she thought that somebody had broken her place.
What do you think should happen?
I really
See,
don't know.
that's a tough one because if she really thought it was her apartment, it was an honest mistake. You know, it was a mistake. If that's what happened, what
It was
she's
a
saying,
fatal mistake.
there's nothing
That's
that you
the
can,
problem.
you can do. You walk into the wrong apartment. Yes, it's absolutely positively foul and wrong, but if she walked into that apartment thinking it's her, it was pitch black, somebody's coming approaching her, and she fired her weapon. I mean, it's a horrific mistake.
I've walked to the wrong car before.
I've walked,
You know what I'm
actually,
saying?
in my neighborhood, I've walked up the steps to the wrong house and then been like, oh, this isn't my door.
Were you drunk?
No.
Oh.
I just was on my phone, so I wasn't paying attention. So
Yeah.
I walked up the steps to the house next door to me. It was in the middle of the day. And I was like, whoops.
Should she be in jail for murder for that? I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
But it's just sad for the family.
It is
Because, of
definitely
course, you
sad
want
for
to
the
see
family.
something happen. She admitted that she shot and killed him.
Yeah, you can't say
But
oops.
it's a mistake.
No, you
Can't
can't.
give me a oops after you done took my people's life. You know what I mean? Can't just say sorry.
All right, well, that is your front page news.
All right, thank you, Miss Yee. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you're upset, you need to vent, hit us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Whether you're mad or blessed, we want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
So if you got something on your mind, let it out.
Hello, who's this?
What's up? My name is Jay, because Angela Yee, my babe. You heard?
Why is
But,
it you? Wait, your name is Jay?
Because Angela Yee, my babe.
So why Jay?
Whoa.
I don't
Sit
get
your dumb ass down with them dumbass rhymes.
I like it. Thank you.
Nah, I love you too. But yeah, you should have came. I missed you. But I just want to say why people hate Russ. People hate Russ. Okay, first of all, I'm not even gonna listen today because y'all have Russ on. But
Wow.
I only wanted to call and say that we hate Russ because Russ is very insensitive. When Little Pete died, Russ was talking really crazy and disrespectful. He said, "Oh, you people should die if you're using drugs."
Whoa.
And it was very disrespectful and hurtful to Little Peep. So that's one of the reasons why people hate
Wow,
Russ.
he said that?
I highly doubt he said it like that, but yes, continue.
Okay, when you read the tweet, go back and read the tweet and ask him, quote him on it. When he up there, Charlamagne, because you got a mouth, Mr. Mouth, you make sure you ask him what he said. You heard? And Angela Yee, I really missed you. Like, these guys was freaking doing crap rumor report when you was gone. Can you please not take no more vacations? I love you, Angela Yee.
I heard that they did a great job with the rumor report.
Shut up, B. Hello, who's this?
It's Cam here, calling from Jacksonville.
Hey, what's up, Cam? Get it off your chest.
Hey, Envy. Hey, bro. I mean, you sound a little crazy to me when you said you feel like it's not her fault.
I didn't say it wasn't her fault. I said I don't know how she would be charged. It was an accident. I don't think you can't charge her for murder for an accident.
Let's change the situation then. Mm-hmm. Let's say that
don't do this.
He thought he was at the wrong apartment, and he tried to walk into her apartment the same way, and then he sees her in the building and he shoots her in her apartment.
So you're saying, let's say it was a black man that shot and killed a white woman.
That's right, an off-duty cop.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying?
I think that I think I would feel the same way. I'd be like, damn, I don't know what should happen to him.
Absolutely.
Like, what do
you
you
walk
mean?
into the wrong apartment, you honestly think it's yours and no malice. You really just think you're going home to go to sleep, somebody in your apartment, and you shoot. You know, it's a horrible situation for the person that gets killed and their family, but I don't necessarily see how you would charge somebody for murder for that, because they didn't intentionally do it. It wasn't intentionally
that's why manslaughter should probably be the right charge.
Yeah,
you know
right now
what I'm
it is
saying?
that manslaughter.
Because it's not premeditated, it wasn't intentional, so manslaughter probably is the right charge.
It definitely is a charge.
Yeah, I can see manslaughter. I can see that, but the whole thing, the shoot first, ask question later mentality that people have nowadays is wrong. You know, she was in the wrong. She came into the wrong apartment and she shot an innocent person.
No, I'm with you 100%.
You know, it's an accident, but it's still a death. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing with a vehicle manslaughter. It's the same thing. Even though it's an accident, it's still death.
So I think manslaughter is the right charge, but we also got to look at the context. She thought she was in her place.
Right.
So it's not like she knew she walked into the wrong apartment.
Correct. And they didn't know each other, apparently, at all.
If you thought you was in your house and you thought somebody was in there, you'd be bucking off, too.
You'd be shooting first, too. Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Brian from Florence, South Carolina.
What's up, bro? Get it off your chest.
I just want to say that I'm blessed, and I thank God for waking me up this morning.
Amen.
Giving me another chance to get everything right. And I want to shout out my South Carolina family, you know, as they get prepared for this hurricane. You know, I want to tell them that you might lose some things, but as long as lives aren't lost, you're going to be all right.
All right, brother.
That is very true, sir. And that's like half optimistic. I mean, damn, the hurricane ain't even hit you. And you already telling me I'm going to lose something?
But you be all right.
Jesus Christ.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Pick up the mother phone and dial. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
Say it with your chest.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
So you better have the same energy.
Yeah.
Hello, who's this?
What's up, man? This is Reckless TV. How y'all doing, man?
What's up, Reckless TV?
Hey, I'm glad Angie is back.
Hey, what's up, Reckless TV?
I just want to speak on Carter real quick. I'm not upset at Carter. I'm glad that she did, you know, press Nikki, especially if you're talking about my family and kids. I don't care if we at a funeral, you're going to get pressed. You know what I'm saying? I might do it differently. I might have walked up all nice and quiet with a fake smile, but as soon as I would have got close up to you and hands reach, I'd have been like, so what about that tweet you sent out yesterday? You know what I'm saying? But then
we already at a funeral, you know what I'm saying? You can go right now.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can go in with your cousin. I don't care. But at the same time, I heard Nicki Minaj was talking reckless about Carter yesterday.
Yeah, we'll talk about it, I'm sure, in the rumor report.
I'm sure we will.
And people were mad at Charlamagne and I said that we were encouraging violence. And that's not what we said. We said that no matter where you are, if you say something about me, we're going to have some aggressive conversation, no matter where we at.
All I'm simply saying is you cannot say what you want and expect people not to react. Stop telling people how to react. Because if I push you and then, you know, the person that I push punches me in my face, he not wrong for punching me. I shouldn't have pushed that person.
I agree with you.
Y'all keep trying to make people react the way y'all want them to react. That's not how this works.
I do think things be spiraling out of control unnecessarily.
Diamond.
Hi, DJ Envy.
Good morning, Diamond.
Good morning, Angela Yee. Good morning,
good morning.
Good morning, Diamond. How are you? How was the club last night? How much you make?
I don't go to the club. I'm a Cancer. I stay in the house, okay?
Oh, I thought you was a stripper. My bad.
Oh, stop it.
No, sir.
Okay.
There's a lot of people out there named Diamond that's not strippers.
Oh, I'm old school. I'm from the Players Club era.
I really don't know, but I
know you know Diamond Nuck if you buck Diamond.
That's not
yes,
real.
Yes, I know that, Diamond.
Well, get it off your chest, Mama.
Yes, I think that people need to stop driving after a certain age.
Oh, my gosh.
Because... Yes.
You got behind an old person.
Let me tell you, my grandma's license has been suspended like 4 times because her tickets, she gets $2,000 worth of tickets every year.
Damn it, man. For parking tickets?
For running red lights because she can't see that the light is red.
Oh, my goodness.
You need to get her a Lyft account or an Uber account and tell her anytime you need to go somewhere, let me know and I'm going to call a car for you.
I ain't going to front my grandma.
That's what I'm trying to do.
My grandmama should have stopped driving a long time ago when she was driving. One time she hit about 7 cars.
Whoa.
And then she went home, and they said, well, why'd you go home? She was like, I'm 90 years old. I'm not stopping in the middle of the street for this. I figure y'all find me. But, like, that's just the way old people think.
So maybe it's not just age, but it's also, like, how your resources are about you. Like, some people can function very well in their 80s.
Well, she could still pop the ish out of me at that age, but she wasn't stopping.
Your reflexes are naturally slower at 90, bro.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you, Mama.
They don't need to be driving.
You ain't slamming on no brakes at 90 when you see a car right in front of you. And imagine all them old people still trying to text and drive.
Oh, my goodness.
With their flip-flops.
T-Walk.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, T-Walk?
What up, what up?
What up? So,
go ahead, T-Walk. Tell us how we biased this morning, T-Walk.
Situation.
Go ahead, Mama.
All right, so I feel like I've been an avid member of the Breakfast Club. And at one point, you guys were Team Nikki. So I want to know, and this is for mainly the new listeners, what's the story as to why you guys are not so much Team Nikki?
I just want to say one thing before the guys talk. I'm not Team anybody. I just report on these stories, and I actually hate the fact that these two women are going at it with each other like that. It actually is really, it's very sad to me. I feel like I said, I was just in South Africa. Everybody was getting along. I think we need that energy.
Yeah, but you act like women ain't been beefing over here since the beginning of time. Rappers, period. Not even just women, just rappers.
But I think this is just getting too much, spiraling out of control too much. It's such terrible negative energy when they should be.
I think we've seen it the worst we ever could in hip-hop when Big and Pac died.
Right. And like Charlamagne
said,
it's always been women beefing.
For you, though.
I'm not team anybody. I do like Cardi, though.
You get paid by Atlantic Records to promote Cardi.
I do. But Nicki has a terrible attitude. That's the truth to the matter. Nicki has a terrible attitude, and everything that people say about Nicki when they say she does a lot of things behind the scenes that piss people off is absolutely positively true. And I've seen her. I judge people based off how they treat people that can't do anything for them, and I judge them based off how they treat people that I know are good people. So it ain't even about me. I've seen her talk crazy to one person in particular, and I'm like, yo, if you talk crazy about her, then I don't rock with you no more. And we all in this room know who that person is. And
I don't.
If she wants to tell y'all one day, then she will.
Who?
She's a radio personality, a legendary radio personality who has never said anything bad about anyone at all.
Right,
okay?
Yeah, I'm with Charlamagne. I just don't like negativity and nastiness. And if somebody's nasty, regardless of who you are, I'm gonna tell you.
I just feel like Cardi is winning so much right now, whether or not Nicki messes with her. Like, keep winning.
Yeah, and Nicki very slick. Nicki does things like all day yesterday. I see what she does. She'll like a tweet. And then she'll unlike it because when she likes it, all her barbs will see it. So it's like a batch signal. And then all her barbs will start attacking that person. She know what she be doing. So it's just like, yo, I'm not mad at any energy that she puts out. She's definitely going to receive back. But I wish her the best.
Oh, that was nice.
I do. I wish her the best.
Did you get your answer, T-Walk?
Thank y'all. I appreciate it.
But we love you, though, because you're part of the Breakfast Club.
Bless y'all.
That's all that matters.
We love you back. All right. Well, rumors, what we talking about, Yee?
Well, since we're talking about entering the wrong person's home, let's talk about a home invasion and robbery that went wrong because it was the wrong house. Also, because of this weather, this Hurricane Florence will tell you about some casualties if you are planning on going to a festival.
All right. Well, the rumors are on the way, and guess who's doing them?
Envy!
Nope, Yee. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. And from divorce court, Judge Lynn Toler will be in the building. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, don't forget, you want to come to Powerhouse NYC. We'll take care of your trip, your hotel accommodation, suite tickets, and a chance to meet every artist that's performing. Cardi B, Lil Uzi Vert, SZA, and more. All you got to do is keep it locked each weekday morning. We'll play a sounder. You hear your keyword. You text that keyword to 64895. You'll be in New York City to see Powerhouse NYC, and that's powered by Amp Energy Organic.
And who's the we that's taking care of this? Because sometimes we say things like that, and then people run up on us in the street like, "Well, give me a room for Powerhouse."
iHeart, definitely.
Yes, iHeart.
iHeart.
We is an iHeart.
iHeart.
Okay, the corporation, the company.
And
not
you can't
the
just
talent.
run up on us and ask for a room.
I don't even have tickets. All right, well, let's get to the rumors. Let's talk YG.
This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
So listen up.
Well, YG has been hit with 2 new felony charges, all of that from his alleged Vegas robbery. If you guys remember when he was up here on the Breakfast Club, we asked him about it. Check it out. We had an incident too. You know what's crazy is that people really will test you because they think you can't do anything because you're a celebrity, right?
Oh, out in Vegas.
Yes, remember
out
that?
in Vegas.
Oh, cold.
What? It's true.
Is that chain you wearing? Did you buy that yourself? Or did you take that from somebody? You got 2 of them.
You got that allegedly. Is that the chain that allegedly was snatched?
Yo, crazy. I ain't snatched no chain, man.
Have you ever
Man,
worn...
that man was a mad fan. You know what I'm saying? He was a mad fan. I got to call my... I can't even talk about this type of stuff.
Okay. All right, now the alleged victim is Benjamin Naderi, who is suing YG in the Cosmopolitan Hotel over this incident where he said he saw him, asked for an autograph, YG refused, got upset, and then he heard the rapper tell his entourage to get him, and that's when, according to Naderi, YG's crew surrounded him, held him down, and punched him, and then stole his chain. He said they then fled the scene before anybody responded. Here's what else YG had to say on The Breakfast Club.
Now you got to ask your lawyer if you can talk about your case in Vegas?
Yeah, bro, because that's all people want to talk to me about when I pull up to, like, this some criminal. Hey, what's happening?
Oh, he just put on his corporate voice.
Change while you talking to
He put on the corporate voice.
Definitely attorney right there.
Can I give you a call in an hour?
Look, I got one question real quick.
Sure.
I'm doing an interview right now. Could I talk about my case or no?
I wouldn't.
Exactly.
I wouldn't.
Well, in some positive news, I think I saw YG in the trailer for a movie last night.
Well, that's good.
I was half asleep in bed, but I could have swore I saw YG in the trailer for the movie.
All right. Well, let's hope for the best for YG. We don't know exactly what happens. These are all allegations, but he has been hit with 2 new felony charges. Originally, it was 1 charge. It was only 1 charge of felony robbery. All right. And if you were planning to go to J. Cole's Dreamville Festival, that has been rescheduled. They had to cancel it because of Hurricane Florence. It was supposed to be going down on September 15th. He tweeted out, man, due to this hurricane heading to North Carolina, we have to cancel Dreamville Festival. We're working to get another date, but right now, safety is most important. I appreciate everybody that was headed to rock with us. 30,000 plus were expected. All tickets will be refunded. Be safe.
Safety first, man. Why
Absolutely.
refund the tickets, though? Why not just move the date?
Well, because what if people can't make it on that date, or what if he has to change the lineup? It's just
Change
easier
venues.
probably to refund it, and, you know, because people probably plan this way in advance, bought their tickets. What if he changes to a date that you can't make it? And you could always buy them again.
Right.
Rather get your
I
money
hope
back.
ain't nobody spent their money yet. You know, you spend their money because you think you about to get something because you're throwing a party or you got a concert or something.
Oh, yeah, if you're the promoter?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I hope ain't nobody spent their money yet.
All right, and Post Malone, somebody tried to break in his house, some guys with guns. You know, they've been doing all these home invasions in L.A. and Cali, and apparently it was 3 male suspects that smashed a front window, and they said a resident living there was pistol whipped. Only thing is, Post Malone doesn't live there anymore. They said one of the men yelled out, "Where's Post Malone?" And they stole a bunch of cash and jewelry and cell phones, about $20,000 worth of stuff, but he's been moved, so he hasn't been living in there for months.
I used to think that black cloud following Post Malone was dirt, like Pigpen or Charlie Brown.
It.
But clearly, it was what's up with Post Malone? Somebody got a chicken bone buried with Post Malone name
Well, it's
on
not
it
just
somewhere?
him. Let's be clear. They're breaking into a lot of people's homes. You know, Christina
I'm
Milian.
not just talking about
with
that, though. I'm talking about the fact that Post Malone got into a car wreck last week.
Plane incident.
The plane incident.
And now this.
Somebody has a mayonnaise jar buried with Post Malone's name on it somewhere. Please unearth that mayonnaise jar, man, and take that curse off that young man.
You know what they say, with more success comes more drama, though.
No, not that type of drama.
No.
All right.
No, they don't say that. Not with that type of stuff he got going on.
And Jeffrey Owens, we all know him, of course, as Elvin from The Cosby Show. He was talking about how Bill Cosby's legal issues actually is what affected his finances. According to People magazine, he had been receiving royalties from The Cosby Show for years, but when they actually pulled all those shows from syndications and the check stopped coming, he said, yes, it impacted me financially. He said at the time the show was pulled, that did make a difference in our income. That was one of the elements that led to my getting to the place where I said to myself, I have to do something, and I was thinking, what can I do? And the answer ended up being Trader Joe's, which is actually a wonderful situation for me in many ways, but I got to the point I just had to do something to support myself and my family. And just to recap, they had a picture of Jeffrey Owens in his Trader Joe's uniform, and he was embarrassed, he said, by that whole ordeal. When somebody posted that picture of him, he said, I felt really humiliated. But things have turned much better for him, as he's now going to be working on Tyler Perry's show.
Why not rerun The Cosby Show but call it The Huxtables instead of The Cosby Show?
I guess the fact that he's still involved, though, you can't take him out. It's not like Roseanne. You can't kill him.
He's playing a character, though. And then Roseanne's character is more like Roseanne in real life than Heathcliff Huxtable was to Bill Cosby, clearly.
All right. Well, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your rumor report.
All right.
But it is true. You don't think about how it affects everyone else on the show, not just one person's affected.
All right. Now, when we come back from divorce court, Judge Lynn Toler will be joining us.
Can't wait to sit down and talk to the real Judge Lynn.
That's right. And we'll kick it with her when we come back, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes.
Judge Lynn Toler. Good morning.
How you doing? Good morning to you. you.
Good
morning. How are you?
I'm fantastic. You want to know why?
Yes, talk to me.
Because now my children believe I'm somebody. Because I'm here.
Oh, so those...
the telephone call, the TV show don't matter, where I've been don't matter. The only two things they respected, I was on the Tyra Banks show. And my son was 15, so he appreciated that. And this.
In the Breakfast Club.
Otherwise, I'm unfunny, uncool, until they need a check. And then I'm everybody. Everybody, yeah.
They got to respect those, right?
They do, but that's it.
I think you don't get enough credit for the advocacy you've done on behalf of mental health.
My father was bipolar, and back in the day when nobody did anything about it. And I lived with that for a very, very long time. And then when I was in court, not half of the people, but a good portion of the people I saw were in there simply because they were mentally ill. And I had people actually come into my courtroom on a small charge and say, max me out, judge, so I can go to county jail and get medded up because I can't afford my meds at home.
So people wanted to go to jail to get meds to get help.
Because they could not afford them.
Wow.
Why do you think it's still such a stigma when it comes to being mentally healthy?
Wait, hold on. But in that case, what do you do? Because they want help.
I send them.
You send them?
I send them. I'm legally allowed to do that, and you sentence people based upon what's going to do the best. If it's going to change him or if it's going to remove him from society, if that's what's best. But if what's best is for him to go and get matted up, county needs to go on and pay for it.
Well, shouldn't it be something else other than jail? Then? Maybe like the mental health
That's what I was trying to get together.
Okay.
But there aren't any. There's no place else to send them. They were all closed. So I tried to get a first responder, and there was a hospital that I was trying to get converted, all that kind of stuff. But don't nobody want to spend money. So that you do what you have with the resources that you got.
Why do you think it's still such a stigma when it comes to being mentally healthy?
Because what the illness manifests itself in behavior. And we still have this belief that you can control your behavior. And so you're irritating to other people. If I have cancer, it doesn't irritate you. My hair's falling out, this and that. But if I'm bipolar and I'm blah, 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 blah at you, then that irritates you, and you don't see why I can't control my behavior. So
do you get a
that's
lot of people
what that is.
That come in the courtroom that don't know that they're mentally ill?
Oh, yeah. And
how do you handle those situations?
Half the people I know don't know they're mentally ill. I mean, my friends, family, I'm going to put everybody on some medication. You know what I'm saying? It's just, but no, they don't. They believe that, and women will believe that they're mentally ill before men will, because they have more of a, I'm not doing what society wants feeling, and then someone suggests, well, you're mentally ill, you're hysterical, this, that, and the other, and they will believe it. The gentlemen that I used to see that didn't believe it were just so strongly convicted about how they felt. They believed that was the truth. That Jesus complex and all that. Women don't get that, but dudes do. But I think it's a mixture of that societal, males are logic, that hormonal testosterone makes you a believer. Because I remember as all my sons went through that, how they became believers in themselves. And my daddy was the best man in the world. My husband, I got 6 sons, but it manifests itself differently. So.
Yeah, I think anxiety especially, because you're not supposed to be scared if you're a man.
No, not at all. Not at all. And I was you're shook one, and I love that because I have massive amounts of anxiety. And I have passed that along to my children, and I do well on anxiety. Well, I don't do well on anxiety, but I got a man who handles my anxiety, and it's different from my son because he's not supposed to be afraid. It's okay if I'm scared and want to hold your hand on a plane. He can't do that because he's a dude.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So how do you deal with it?
How do I do what?
Anxiety.
My anxiety. Oh, it depends on what I'm doing. Like when I was on the bench putting people in jail, my husband used to call me the night stalker because I was up all night walking the halls wondering about whether I did the right thing or not. And it was I used to have these recurring dreams about standing in front of a Venetian blind, and people kept saying, move, Lynn, move. I can't move. And then one day I did move. They opened up the blind, and it was a young Adolf Hitler. Like, I felt responsible for so much that I did. Then I start running on the treadmill. I started reading. I kept a worry book. I would write down all the crap I worried about, and then at the end of the week, you read what you were worried about, and you look stupid. Because it was what you were worried about. It was so, and it was like, look at this stupid stuff. And now I got a great husband who, you know, he knows the character of my crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, he don't get mad. He used to get mad about it because it was uncomfortable. It wasn't no fun.
I gotta write that down.
But
character of my crazy.
But I go to him with, okay, baby, here's what I'm on. This is the road I'm on. Tell me what it is. Is there anything? It's a stupid road. Cool. And I've been with the brother 30 years, so I trust him because he's never been wrong yet. So I can lay it on his lap. And I said, now, if it becomes a problem, or if this situation with this guy dude is a problem, I'm telling you what's going on. You let me know when I need to handle something. And then I let him carry that. Gotcha. And for him, it's light because he ain't crazy.
You said something that's very interesting just now. I mean, you said a lot of interesting things, but as a judge, so you do feel bad sometimes when you sentence people? Like, you ever feel like you went too far?
I worried that I did the right thing. I often worried about, and especially with domestic violence, you put a dude in jail, and my mother told me that. She came to watch me convict people and stuff. So this guy came in, he popped, pop on his wife. And I gave him what one of my judge friends calls the acid rain dance. I tore him up, put him in jail. My mother afterwards put him back to chambers. She said, let me tell you what you did wrong. She said, now that man is in jail for 6 months. Thinking about that bitch he hit and that bitch that put him in jail. Ooh. You made her life harder for her and you didn't help her at all. And I was like, oh my God. So I changed. I started talking to domestic violence agencies about what should I do. You give them time, attention time. You pull them out. You put them. You suspend the sentence. You make them go to
counseling, right.
You know, and not just anger management because that's not good. It has to be specifically batter counseling, and then you keep the domestic violence people in association with her. So she has avenues because they need to know what to do.
All right, we have more with Judge Lynn Toler from Divorce Court, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We have Judge Lynn Toler from Divorce Court in the building. I wanted to know, when, of course, being a black judge and you see so many people that look like yourself, does that sway how you feel or when you give somebody time or give somebody community service or anything like that? Because I feel like sometimes being that you're from the community, you would understand more than per se a white judge.
Is there black privilege?
Here's what I wrote this article called Losing 19. And I put it in an article like Black Men's Magazine where all the naked black women are.
Okay.
I put it in there, right. And it was called Losing 19. I said, I lost 19 today, because he went off into the system. And I talk longer to the brothers. And I talk about, you owe me. I said, they would say, I can jail. It's no big deal. It's 6 months, no big deal. And I would say, but every time you jail, we jail too, because we don't have access to you. So I did have, and then I started programs, like a program for the males and the program for the women at 14 and 15, because that's when the branch happens. Because I lived in like a suburban community that was edged by the city. So there was a choice to be made. Do I do what mama tells me to do, or do I join the party down the street? So I figured I was in a unique position to alter that trajectory. Was not true, but I tried.
Is it true that you had 2 nervous breakdowns by the time you were 12?
No, 1 nervous breakdown at 9, 1 at 16.
Wow. How do you know you're having a nervous breakdown at 9 and 16?
I was in school and started screaming, and they couldn't stop me. So they had to get somebody to come and get me and take me home. Took me to a psychologist, and I'm in the psychologist's office kicking the table the whole time, just kicking the table. And the psychologist was a friend of my father's, and mom said, well, what's wrong with her? And he goes, I know what's wrong with her. It's all that you got going on at the house, because daddy was like, if you didn't, I remember one time mom didn't put all the shades down equidistantly around the house. He called her all day long, every 5 minutes for 12 hours. To tell her about it all day long. And I said, Mom, why do you keep answering the phone? And this is in the 60s. He said, because as long as I'm answering the phone, I know he's not on his way home. And I got to keep him where he is. So I let him call. I let him, do his thing. And I hang up the phone and I stay with my day. Oh, but, Woke up one morning, Mama was coming out of the doghouse in the back. And I said, what you doing in the doghouse? She goes, it was cold out.
Wow.
She was running from it. You know what I mean?
What did your pops do?
He was an attorney. He was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. He was a coal miner in West Virginia. He'd go 2 weeks in the coal mine, 2 weeks at college. 2 weeks in the coal mine, 2 weeks in college. Graduated law school in 1947. I mean, he was a badass. I mean, just a complete badass. Loved his family. God made him crazy. It wasn't his decision.
Was there something that pushed him to that, or it was just a mental thing from the beginning? Or?
Yeah, I mean, him and all of his brothers were crazy. His mother was crazy.
I don't like her throwing the word crazy around. I understand what you're saying, but I know people are watching.
And it's right, I think he's the most extraordinary man I ever met. For 2 years, when I thought about him, I would just blow up into tears. But all of his brothers, the lowest IQ they had was 150, and that was him. He was the dumb one. And because his mother had gone, he was born in 1919. His mother graduated college.
Wow.
A sister. You know what I mean? All of them were that bad. And they were all they had all that anxiousness, but that allowed him to become, he was 5'2" tall, went to war, all of that kind of stuff. They built their own, bunch of brothers got together, couldn't go into a good neighborhood. They built their own community, got a white guy to front it, bought a bunch of land, and then they parceled it out amongst. So I was raised with just doctors and lawyers and architects in my neighborhood. I mean, a genuine badass. But he was mentally ill. Part of it helped him to be as strong as he was, because he wasn't scared of nobody ever. And the other part made him one of the most impressive attorneys. I remember 15 years after he died, I went back to Ohio. I was keeping up my law degree, and everybody said, introduce yourself. And so I said, I'm Lynn Toller. I'm just keeping my law degree together. And some old white dude, he said, are you in any relationship to Bill Toller? And I said, I'm his daughter. He said he was one of the most highly respected, intelligent, he just went on and on and on attorneys I have ever met in my life. And he was practicing in the 40s. Had his own firm because the white boys wouldn't let him in. Judges I run into. Oh, my God. He was just that good. He was badass.
How does that affect you with men now? Because you said, he seen you kick your mom out the house and the calling with the blinds. Did that sway you anyway, or?
It swayed me completely. I married a 6'1" bottle of Valium. My husband, I don't care what you do. You can't rattle him. You can't make him raise his voice. You can't upset him. He's just cool. I can do the most bizarre stuff, and he'll just kind of look at me, but he won't do nothing. And he's just so you can count on him. He could hold me by the ankle over a cliff, and I wouldn't worry because he's that brother.
That's how my wife does that for me.
Yeah, gotta have it. Gotta have it.
I'm the maniac, and she's the always calm.
And you gotta have that because you got two maniacs in the room. It won't work out. One time I was going through a thing, and I called him up in the middle of the day. He was working, and I said, "Babe, things ain't right here." And he came home and stood there and said he didn't know what to say. And I'm talking and I'm telling and I'm crying and this and that. And he stayed until I said, okay, I'm fine. He said, if you need me again, I'll come back. That brother.
That's dope.
Yeah, because you've had your bouts with mental illness, right?
Yeah.
But you heard anxiety and depression?
Yeah. My husband and I went to marriage counseling once because we weren't getting along. And then they made us take tests. And a test, he called me the day he got the test result back. He says, your test showed that you are severely and deeply depressed. I want you in the office today because we need to get you on some medication because I'm afraid of what you'll do.
Really?
Yeah.
So because a lot of people are scared of medication. So you had no problem.
Oh, I do it when I need it. When I needed it, I took it because I know the difference between nobody can tell when I'm on my medication and not because I learned to do my crazy so well. My husband knows and my mother knew. But when I need it, I go on it because if I go into that depression, ain't nothing happening.
Was it suicidal?
They always say depression is the point of no return.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just twice. Just twice.
Twice thought about killing yourself?
Yeah, just twice.
And what happened?
I was standing at the window looking at the pool, and it was raining, and I called my actually I called a number of people, and God was looking out for me because they didn't answer the phone. People I shouldn't have been calling.
Mm-hmm.
And then I called my psychiatrist, who I have on speed dial, and I said, it's not looking good today. And she goes, call your husband, get him home, get him on the line with me. And he stayed with me, and then I went in, and got,
Wow, how long ago was that?
10 years ago, maybe. Yeah.
What gets you to that point, though?
For me, it's not circumstantial. It has nothing to do with the circumstances. It's where my serotonin is at that point in time. That's what that is, and that's all it is.
You said one time. What was the other time?
I was young. I was in high school, and to me, everything had just spun out of control. I was cussing out teachers, and and everybody was like, and I'm like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't have to be here if I don't want to. I did everything you told me to do. I got into Harvard. I did all of that, and it's still horrible. You guys were wrong. You guys were wrong about all of it. That kind of thing.
All right, now keep it locked. We got more with the judge, Judge Lynn Toler. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We have Judge Lynn Toler from Divorce Court in the building. Charlamagne?
How'd you get out of your depression? Or do you get out of it? You still go in and out?
I know how to ride it out. I know how long it should take. I know how long, if it takes too long, I know to go in. I got a guy, Chris. I love you, Chris. And I go in and he, we deal with it. If I need a little medication, I will take it. But I've been doing really well these last few years. Really, really well. The anxiety is.
In your book, you talk about emotional genius.
Yeah, my mother was an emotional genius. She was a woman who tolerated everything. It's brilliant to me to keep answering that telephone, not let it upset her day. And she was able to manage him in a way that allowed him to be extraordinarily successful.
Right.
And also manage her children. My sister, I'm the family failure. My sister is a neurologist.
Oh.
Board certified brain doctor. I was supposed to be too, got to college, couldn't do the math. I had to find something else to do. and law school was the only thing my parents would accept. So she was able to do all of that and not allow us to hate him. Because he was very, gun went off, mom comes in the room, she grabs us in the bed, and we wait to see if he's going to finish it. I mean, that's how it was.
Who was he shooting at? Himself or
her?
Oh, yikes.
And so we're in the bed waiting. Is he finished? Or is he coming?
Wow.
And she was able, she never got mad. She would get depressed sometimes, but she was able to manage him, and she taught me how to manage other people. It's all about the listening. It's all about how understanding how other people feel, and you manage your emotions so you can understand their emotions, and then you manage their emotions, then they do what you want them to do.
Compassion.
No.
Empathy.
No. Understanding. It's different.
What do you think the difference is?
The difference is I don't need to feel for you. I just need to understand why you feel the way you do. Do you see what I'm saying? I need to understand how Adolf Hitler felt. I don't have to share his feeling. I don't have to be empathetic, but I have to understand what he's feeling in a manner that allows me to understand what he's doing.
Maybe that's what your husband does for you. Your husband understands why you're having your moods or your reactions to things.
What I think happened in the beginning, I was cute enough that he didn't mind. You know what I mean? You take a little crazy if a woman looks good. Okay. And as the years went on and things started to settle and move, he began to like me as a person. You know what I mean? And I'm a sister who will address I adjust my crazy for him. I know what gets on his nerves, and I know what, and I know what not to do. And I said, baby, I'm on one today. Okay. We're going to deal with it. But I adjust, he adjusts, and, then 30 years later.
Have you ever threatened him with your crazy? Like, I'll kill you. Don't play with me.
Oh, no. Oh, no. One time I thought he was going to kill me, though.
Why?
Because I'm crazy. I shouldn't.
You keep saying that
I know,
word.
and I'm gonna need to leave that.
Yes.
No, I'm not gonna.
We gotta stop calling people crazy. We're not crazy.
No, and to me, crazy doesn't have a bad connotation.
Me neither.
So that's why I say it. But I need to realize my audience because I was just. We had not been married very long. I don't know why we holding hands, but I love it.
He might kill you now.
You're right.
Keep holding his hand, he'll kill you now.
He kept asking me where I was, and for some reason in my head, I was severely depressed at the time. And she said, for some reason, I said, why do you want to know exactly where I am? Why do you want to know exactly where I am? You know, are you trying to send somebody to kill me? It didn't make any sense. It was, but I was
you felt that way. You felt like he was.
I felt like he was, and he was like, "What is wrong with you?"
Well, that's the anxiety, though. That's the
there was anxiety, irrational feeling. You get on a thought, you chase it down to the end, and it was like, the marriage wasn't going well at the time because you know how it is. I had 4 stepchildren, the whole shmagilla, and I got on a thought. Took me all the way west of rational.
I felt like that when my wife put out $1 million insurance policy on me.
Right.
I felt the same way.
And don't make no sense now, but it made sense at the time.
And what's the craziest, or I don't want to say crazy, what's the strangest thing that happened in your courtroom when you had to kick somebody out of court?
In my real life courtroom or TV court?
TV court. Oh, both, actually.
Wait a minute, it's not the same? I'm serious.
I can't put nobody jail in TV court.
Okay.
I could put you in contempt and all that. All I can do is kick you out. We had one cat come in there who came on the show to get back in town where his wife was with the baby, and he tried to steal the baby off the set. And we had to call LAPD to get him.
In court, you tried to steal the baby?
Well, right after he got through with the case, he went, and we had professional babysitters, and he said, he threw a piece of paper at her, and she says, I got a court order to take my baby, and her job is, I can't give the baby to anybody who didn't give it to me. And he chased her into the bathroom. Then the producers went in, the security went in, and ultimately had to get LAPD to get him out. And,
really?
He had a warrant, so off he went.
Oh, wow.
When I read your story, it makes me wonder sometimes, is mental illness possibly a learned behavior? Because you said you started mimicking some of the ways of your father.
No. To me, it's a chemical imbalance. The things that I know, it's a chemical imbalance. What you learn to do is you learn how to handle it. In a way that allows you to conduct your business in a manner that allows you to live your life. It's a chemical thing because it's too much genetics. Because I've done the pattern, I've done the history, and it all came through. He has stepbrothers that were his fathers and some other women's. None of them have it, so it came through my grandmother, Malik.
What did it do to your mother's psyche? How is she?
She's the strongest woman I ever met in my life. I mean, she was extraordinary. She loved him. She took care of him. She would figure out. She used to buy, like, when he would, like his vision glasses. She would buy them 20 at a time because he could never find them, and it would make him crazy. And they all looked alike, so she would just put them back so he wouldn't know they weren't gone. She learned how to do those things.
But that kind of like keeps you on the hot seat all the time, though, right?
Oh yeah,
you under the gun. You're always under the gun.
She's always under the gun.
Yeah.
She was always under the gun, and we always knew where he was vis-a-vis the windows. So everybody escaped. We were to meet up by the garage. She had a purse and thing in the back of the garage. Then we would go. It's back days, but they had drive-in movies. We'd go to the drive-in movie. When the drive-in movie was over, we'd go around the house. She'd put me on her shoulders because I had like 5, and I'd look in. If he was asleep in the bed, we could go in. If he wasn't asleep, we had to find someplace else to go.
That's wow.
This is why being aware of people's mental health issues is so important, though.
Right. And he was a good man. And I want to emphasize. He was a good man. He paid for Harvard, Dartmouth, Penn Law School, and medical school through his working capital.
Wow.
Checks. I don't know how much it cost. My sister don't know how much it cost.
Wow.
He was that bad. And anything we wanted, he got it for us.
We appreciate you for joining us.
Yeah, and Divorce Court is back for its 20th season, man.
Yeah, 20th season. We've got a whole new set, whole new stage, got a new bailiff, so it's become a show that rests now on people's belief in my ability to give it good advice as opposed to, say who's going to get Fluffy the dog.
Okay.
And, it's changed, and it's given me an opportunity to be more positive about this is how you do, this is what you do, this is how you should live.
We appreciate you for joining us.
Yes.
Judge Lynn Tola, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for coming, man. Great conversation.
So can I say my Twitter handle?
Of course. You want some followers?
Oh, yeah, I want some followers at Real Judge Lynn.
Real Judge Lynn.
Because I got 7. I need 8.
You got Instagram, too?
Instagram at Real Judge Lynn.
Go follow at Real Judge Lynn right now. Put hashtag crazy all through her comments.
That's the set word I said the most.
All right, it's the Breakfast Club. It's Judge Lynn Tola. Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to these rumors. Let's talk Nicki versus Cardi.
It's about time.
What's going on?
Rumor report. Rumor report. This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
All right. Well, people were waiting to hear what Nicki Minaj was going to say on Queen Radio yesterday after her altercation with Cardi B during New York Fashion Week. And I have to say, I hate that we even had to sit here and discuss this and report on this.
I didn't hear it.
It's what's happening.
I'm looking forward to the update. What'd I miss?
All right. Well, first, Nicki Minaj was talking about how humiliated she was from the events that happened at New York Fashion Week.
The other night, I was a part of something so mortifying and so humiliating to go through in front of a bunch of upper echelon, and it's not about white or black. The way they passed by looking at this disgusting commotion, I will never forget. I was mortified. How we made ourselves look. So let me just go on record having said, I would never talk about anyone's child or parenting. That's clown shit.
Made yourselves look to who? Like, when you say upper echelon, you do mean them cokehead, sexual deviant Caucasians that were at this function. Because I'm sure it was more Caucasians than black people.
Well, it's New York Fashion Week.
It's New York Fashion Week.
It's a diverse group of people.
It's mostly white.
But
Come on,
I don't like the upper echelon. Like, who cares?
And that's why she had to preface it by saying not black or white. You know exactly. Why do y'all care what white people think so much?
At those fashion events, G.
I mean, I don't know. I wasn't at this particular event, so I can't say. Because there's a lot of black designers that have events, too, during New York Fashion Week.
If that was the BET Awards or BET Hip Hop Awards, she would have never said anything about upper echelon people. Okay.
There were a lot of upper echelon people at the BET Awards. All right. Now, she also played some old audio, really, of Cardi from Fader talking about how nothing's off limits.
Nothing is off limits. I hate when some people come at me and it's like, oh, Cardi, why you coming at people's kids for? But I'm my mother's kid. Like, the same way your kid is your baby, I'm my mother's baby. You know, if my mom was to be scrolling down and she see people talk about me, that will hurt her feelings. That will make her cry. You're making my mother cry.
That's very contradictory of Cardi, but, you know, two things can be true. Cardi said nothing is off limits, and she's right, especially in this era. But guess what? If you're going to pop off about people's kids and people's parenting skills, then you have to deal with the consequences of those off-limit words.
All right, well, let's move on with what else Nicki Minaj did. And she did a lot of research. She is a radio personality.
Nicki did a lot of research. I ain't mad at her for doing those research now.
Now, if you guys remember, there was everyone keeps bringing up these old tweets where Nicki Minaj talked about somebody's child dying, your son died. And
Cardi did.
Cardi. Cardi was tweeting somebody about their child dying, their son died, and it wasn't a very nice tweet that she sent out at the time. Well, Nicki Minaj spoke to the woman who Cardi B was talking to, and here's what happened on this phone call.
Back in 2014, she made a video talking about her teeth. She was basically saying, like, oh, I'm not fixing my teeth. So I had commented on it, and I was like, well, you know, you should just get them done or whatever. She went to my Instagram, and she must have read my bio. In my bio, you're saying rest in peace to my son that passed away. So when she read my bio, that's when she got at me with the comment, and was like, oh, bitch, that's why you should not have been on drugs. Maybe your baby would have been alive. It was just like a whole bunch of on my son, a monkey.
Well, the tweet Cardi sent to that girl was foul.
Yeah, and I would hope she regrets that now.
Yeah, and if that girl ran up on Cardi over that, then Cardi got to hold that because those are her words. Same way Cardi ran up on Nicki.
All right, now Nicki Minaj also accused Cardi B of payola.
You knew that when that footage came out, you was about to look f***ing dumb. So they hurried up and put out a statement, and you know what? I'm such an ill-ass I didn't even feel the need to defend myself. But we did hear this woman who accused me of saying something about her child just say that nothing's off limits, even talking about people's kids. Because she has built her career off of sympathy and payola.
I just want to say the payola rumor is y'all fault. You and Envy. You
Don't
too.
say
This is
Envy.
your fault that people
Don't
really
say
believe
Envy.
this because you guys keep making jokes
No, it's not
about
me.
how you
It's
get
this
paid,
guy.
and people really think it's true.
No,
and this is your fault.
It's this guy over here. It's not me.
Listen, I'm sorry if my check's clear from Atlanta.
Stop it, man. Stop. Don't play because people really believe it. Like, and Cardi said something right. If that was the case, there'd be a zillion and one artist popping. Cardi had great music. That's why she popped.
Why ain't
off.
nobody pay us to play cheap ass weave 4 years ago? Man, she didn't have no deal back then when we played cheap ass weave, and everybody thought I was trolling when I played the song on the radio.
I thought they paid you for that.
Let's just remember that when she did put out her first mixtape, everybody was surprised at how good it was.
And I would also like to say that the DJ that she was fake smashing, which was DJ Self, which was that fake love and hip hop storyline.
Correct.
He wouldn't even play her records.
He did not play her
throw
records.
That out there.
He did not.
So the one
play
DJ she
her
was
records.
fake smashing wasn't even playing her records.
Not at all.
Oh,
Okay.
so you're trying to say it wasn't good?
No, I'm just saying Self don't know talent. Self don't know. Never mind.
Stop it. Stop it.
All right, but here's where things got
This guy.
more passionate, and here's where Nicki Minaj really starts to, I guess, dig in even more.
Now, you want to talk about stopping bags, but it's two innocent girls in a strip club right now that ain't did nothing but go to the strip club and get money. Now they can't get no money, so who's stopping bags? Because you got grown-ass men showing up to where the they at and where they work at. They can't feed their kids. They can't feed their family. Because you mad at what another man's sticking his inside of. And that's the problem with so many black women and women, period. Oh, because she's not black. Because she refers to you black women. Oh, we got the receipts for that, too. FYI, she refers to black women as monkeys and roaches.
Now, it's a lot to unpack. It's a lot to unpack.
That's
As my
lot.
therapist says. Now, I don't know what's true and what's not true, but that's snitching. That sounds like a statement. Like, you can't just accuse somebody of ordering a hit on someone in the strip club. We saw the story on the blogs, but they said allegedly.
This is a war.
She's just straight up saying, no, you hired some guys to go beat up a girl.
But
That's
this is
snitching.
war. But this is war.
You might as well just go point her out of a lineup, Nikki.
This is war.
Go
They
sign
are
the
at
statement.
war.
Go sign the affidavit.
Nothing is off limit, as you can see right now. This
I
is
don't know
war.
what's going on here.
All right, we're going to have some more in the rumor report, and I'm
Everybody-
sure you guys want to weigh in as
Cease
well.
fire.
No,
I just want to say
war.
I'm glad that both Charlamagne and Envy were not up there at Queen Radio.
Nikki using Monique tactics. She's weaponizing racism and colorism for her own personal
This is a war,
agenda.
bro.
My
Everything
God.
goes in this war right now, as we can see.
Listen,
I don't want this to
how
be
you
a
just
war.
gonna accuse somebody of hiring somebody to beat somebody up? That's snitching. You can't. What's up, man? We don't
All
even
right,
know if
guys,
that's
we're
true
go-
or not.
we're-
You
we're
just
gonna get more
incriminated this young woman.
This is
into
war.
You guys, rumor report is over.
You do the shoe.
We're
This
going to
is
be
war.
back in the next hour and discuss this some more. You get ready for Donkey of the Day,
Why you
Charlamagne.
look so hurt? Why
you get ready for Donkey of the
You're
Day.
grabbing
Because
your,
I'm old.
clutching
and
your pearls.
I'm
What's
old,
wrong with
and
you?
things have changed so much in this generation.
Are you
I
gonna
don't-
cry?
You just gonna incriminate somebody like that?
Hold on. Could you move on? Where's my shoe?
I'm sorry. You better not throw that shit. See? Y'all joke too much. See? Everything got to be funny.
And I don't have any security to hide behind. Where my security? Matter of fact, call my security in here so I can hide behind.
You know what?
Before ye start throwing shoes at me.
Well, who you giving your donkey to, man? You look so upset. Oh, she threw a shoe at him for real.
I'm gonna stand right here. Okay.
See, y'all play too much.
Exactly.
See,
You
that's
know
why nobody
this
take
is-
y'all serious.
Exactly. And you don't know. People could get killed.
You're right.
All right.
Big
Can I
and
have
pop.
my shoe back?
See? No, you can't have your shoe back. You got to walk out barefoot.
These are nice. Aren't these
This is a
nice?
weapon. What kind of shoe is this?
This is a
You threw a
Gucci.
whole Gore-Tex at me?
The whole
Gucci.
Gore-Tex.
I can kill you.
Like, these are cute.
That's a Gucci Gore-Tex?
You could have killed
You
him.
can kill me with that. My God.
Charlamagne, your money long, though.
Oh, 4 after the hour, Donkey Today is going to Benzon. He's the mayor of Kenner,
Oh, yes.
Louisiana.
Please.
All right.
Yes.
We'll tell you that story when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
Donkeys of the day, ask Charlamagne.
I'm a Democrat, so being Donkey of the Day is a little bit of a mixed blessing.
So like a donkey. Hee-haw. Okay. Donkey of the day. The Breakfast Club, bitches.
Now, I've been called a lot in my 23 years, but Donkey of the Day is a new one.
Yes, Donkey of the Day for Tuesday, September 11th goes to the mayor of Kenner, Louisiana, Benzon. Now, a day after Nike announced Colin Kaepernick is the face of the brand's 30th anniversary ad campaign, Benzon, the mayor of Louisiana, issued a memo banning the purchase and use of any Nike products at the city's booster clubs and recreation departments. Now, why would the mayor of Kenner, Louisiana do that? Well, clearly he's against what Colin Kaepernick is standing for. I'm not playing this game with people anymore. I'm not debating with you about what you think Colin Kaepernick is doing, because what people think he is doing is disrespecting the flag and veterans and the military. But no, that's not what this is about. That's not what this has ever been about. It's about the injustices that black and brown people face at the hands of crooked police officers, police brutality, nothing more, nothing less. And I'm not going back and forth with you bigots about it. Okay? I honestly saw the memo banning Nike products from Benzon, and I didn't think it was real, but it's real. Let's go to WGNO ABC for the report, please.
City of Kenner Councilman Gregory Carroll says he wants to meet with the mayor and other council members this week. This following the memo banning Nike product purchases for city booster clubs. The memo is dated September 5th and is from Mayor Benzon to the director of the Parks and Rec Department. The memo demands the department no longer buy any Nike products or products with the Nike logo. We reached out to the mayor's office and they have no comment.
Well, he has released a comment. He actually released a statement. I'm not going to read all of this, but he says his decision is only to protect taxpayer dollars from being used in a political campaign. He says taxpayers cover a wide spectrum of political philosophies and agendas. We must respect all those agendas and philosophies. So when a company uses its advertising as its own political megaphone, government should be fair to all of its people and allow taxpayer dollars to be used to help that and allow taxpayer dollars to be used to help that company push its own political agenda. See, the reason this is complete BS, right, is because I am almost positive you have taxpayers in Kenner who support Colin Kaepernick and who are ecstatic that he has a deal with Nike. By banning Nike apparel purchases by Kenner recreational clubs doesn't seem like you care about those taxpayers' political philosophies and agendas. Look, Ben, stop being a coward. All right, if you are upset because Nike signed Colin because you don't agree with this brother taking a knee, then say that. Say you want him to stand up for the flag. Don't be shook. All right, take a page out of your Celebrity in Chiefs book. Stand on your square and say you think Nike is whack for signing Colin Kaepernick. I am sick of people disguising their prejudice with patriotism, and in this case, Benzon acting like he's protecting taxpayer dollars from being used in a political campaign. What about the taxpayers who actually support Kaepernick? You don't care about them? Why don't you care about them? What if they want their dollars to be used in a political campaign, okay? Huh? Benzon, why don't you ban police brutality? Why don't you ban police officers from killing unarmed black and brown people? It's a lot of things you can ban, but I will never understand why you would ban Nike because they are choosing to do business with someone who is actually doing the right thing. Please let Remy Ma give Benzon the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw, hee-haw, you stupid motherfucker. Are you dumb?
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today.
And there are council members in that city who are trying to get him to rescind that ban. So not everybody agrees and supports that either.
Yeah, it just sounds weird to say you're trying to protect taxpayer dollars. What taxpayers? Because you're definitely excluding the taxpayers who support Nike and Colin Kaepernick.
All right. Well, now, when we come back, Russ will be joining us.
People hate Russ for some reason,
People
man.
dislike Russ.
They told me that if you say F Russ 3 times, you'll gain 100,000 new followers on social media.
Oh, now a whole bunch of people are going to do
That's
that.
That's what I heard. So if you tweet F, you got to add him, though. If you tweet F at Rush 3 times.
Okay.
I didn't realize he was so hated until y'all said that this morning.
Oh, they hate his ass.
And then a whole bunch of people started tweeting me reasons why they hate him. I had no idea.
Well, we're going to talk to him when we come back. Keep it locked.
And I listened to his album, by the way.
Album's all right. Album's dope.
Why are you making that face? It wasn't good? He's not talented?
No, he's talented. He's nice. He gets busy. He produces his own stuff, too. He's nice.
I'll tell him when he gets there.
All right. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. The most dangerous morning show.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, sir.
Russ.
Yeah.
Russ, what's happening, man?
What's up, sir?
Man.
Listen, if you think for 1 second that I enjoy your music and I think you can rap, then you're absolutely right. Okay.
Amazing. Thank you. Wow. I was waiting for that to go left.
Now I enjoyed Zoo a lot.
Wow.
So
Thank you.
And I was wondering, why do people hate Russ?
Yeah, it's like a multitude of reasons. You know what I mean? It's not, actually, it's not even a multitude. It's like pretty, targeted, but, it started with because I was always big up in myself, super confident. So people,
cocky. As a person should, though.
Mm-hmm. Right. So, when I was coming up, I was and am produced, mix, master, engineer, write everything. And people started, and I would say that all the time because number one, self-sufficiency is a message that should be put out there to people instead of always having to outsource whatever. But then number two, I'm proud of it. You feel me? Like, so people started getting mad at that. But then it was my stance on drug abuse promotion via Instagram and Twitter to the kids, and people didn't like where I stood on that. But
where do you stand? You don't like it?
I just think that at the end of the day, depression, addiction, all these things are real things. When you start making merch with lean bottles on your shirt, and you start, and you're on your Instagram smiling next to the Xanax and smiling next to lean, I'm gonna start to wonder, like, what's going on here?
Yeah, you're normalizing it, you're making it cool, but then you be the first person saying rest in peace when somebody overdoses.
Right. Well, and it's like, but then you claim, like, because here's my issue. It's like, okay, you're doing that, and I understand you're addicted or depressed, and that's not a joke, and I get it. You feel me? But when you're posting, when you're making merch of it, and you're on Instagram smiling next to the stuff, it's one of two things. You either know what you're doing and know you're poisoning the youth, right? And poisoning the kids that are looking up to you, because your Instagram posts be reaching more people than your music does sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that you're poisoning the youth, one. Or two, you don't know that you're poisoning the youth, but you still are. So either way, you're on the wrong side of the fence.
So you don't talk about drug use. I've never talked about drug use in your music at all.
Drug use? No.
And I'm not talking about weed. I'm talking about...
Yeah. Do I drink sometimes? Yeah, of course. But I'm not making merch with a Tanqueray bottle on it at the same time. You feel me? It's like I'm not using it as a brand and as an image.
So your peers don't like you because you're the person that comes in the party and calls them all drug addicts.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I'll be there,
you're
like...
the fun killer.
That's what they be trying to say, but it's like at the same time, like, I be in the studio, like, yeah, I drink, yeah, we smoke occasionally, whatever, but it's like, yo, there's a line, you know what I mean?
Your full intent is not to promote it to the kids.
Like, you can't turn around and tell me that you care about the kids. Like, I feel like you're using that as a marketing tool.
And it's so big right now in high schools and colleges.
Yeah.
My daughter's in high school, and she was telling me the conversation is so normal. Like, yeah, this weekend, yeah, we're going to go have a party. Yeah, there's going to be drugs there. And I was like, drugs? What do you mean? She was like, no. I was like, are you talking about weed and jewels? She was like, no. I'm talking about cocaine. And she was like, it's such a normal conversation that kids are doing it. And that scares the shit out of me because, at least thank God my daughter tells me pretty much everything. But there's a lot of kids out there that follow rappers and follow artists. And they're doing 100%. It because their favorite artist is doing it and they think it's cool.
And honestly, bro, that was my whole point. When I first came out on that end, that was my whole point. Like, I don't know, I think it was September at Day and Night Festival. I wore a T-shirt that said, and this is what really started the whole,
Hate Russ.
F Russ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're making addiction a joke. The shirt was, how much Xans and leans you have to do before you realize you're a loser. Now, a lot of people thought that was me calling addicts a loser. I was referring to the kids in the suburbs, the white kids, and I know because I went to school with them and I went to college with them, who be doing it because they hear it in a rap song. They have no reason to be doing it other than it's playing on at the parties, and that sounds enticing. Next thing you know, you're addicted. And yes, now you're addicted, which is not a joke, and it's very serious, you feel me? But you got to look at step one. Why did you even try it in the first place?
Yeah.
You feel me?
Listen, keep shaming these people, man. Shame works. Because until you look at something and you're ashamed of it, you're not going to change it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, at the end of the day, like, the culture that we live in right now in hip-hop, like, I am going to be the bad guy because I'm not what's going on right now, period. Like,
your story is a great story. So tell, for people who don't know who Russ is, you're from Jersey.
Yeah.
You're Italian.
Yes.
And you produce and write your own stuff.
Everything, yeah.
And for
Except
3
for Scott
years.
Storch produce songs.
Tell them about what you did for 3 years, how you released your music, because you did it on your own, and I respect that.
Thank you. I started just making beats when I was 14. I'm 25 now, about to be 26 in a couple weeks. So it's 11 years of making beats. And around 2011 is when I started to make songs. And I put out my first, like, mixtape. And, we're talking 2011, like, Instagram came out in 2010, just to give perspective. Like, it was not popping. You feel me? And Twitter was barely anything. By 2014, I dropped 11 mixtapes that I produced all of them, wrote all of them, like, mixed everything. Because I don't know anyone. I got 500 followers in the basement. Like, I don't know anyone. I got to figure it out. It didn't work. Still sitting there with 500 followers. So I was like, all right, let me switch up the approach. It's not a matter of, like, can I make enough music? It's a matter of how I'm putting it out. So I put out a song a week on SoundCloud for, like, 2 years. And it led up to my debut album.
So technically, you are a SoundCloud rapper.
Oh yeah, I was like, I got a chain made of the SoundCloud thing with the crown on it. Right. The king of SoundCloud. Like, you're gonna have to, like, someone's gonna have to come talk to me about it if you feel away, because I do feel like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, who else dropped a song every week for 3 years and ended up in arenas?
So it was really just that easy, a song a week.
That's not that easy.
That's not easy. It's not easy. I know. It's not easy.
That's not that easy.
It's not easy at all.
Yeah.
But a song a week for 3 years, and then you become rushed.
Yeah, because, you got to understand, those 11 mixtapes were me on my driveway practicing jump shots. Once I got to the SoundCloud, I was in my bag. And so then every song every week was ready to go. The next side that I knew was important was touring. And a lot of artists don't tour. And I encourage all upcoming artists to tour. Even if it's 50 people a night, you got to understand that, I started doing, I did 40 kids in a basement in Glasgow. I did, 100 kids here, 200 kids in Houston. But, like, I was touring every other month.
Mm-hmm.
And
I was getting paid?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was headlining it, no openers, right? Then that multiplies. It started off 350 people at the Echo on Sunset in LA. Next tour, I do El Rey, which is 800. Next tour, 2 months later, I do the Novo, 2,500. You know what I'm saying? Next show is next summer. I do 2 shows at the Shrine, which is 5,000 each. But so you can see that it's a gradual, like, most artists are too prideful to even just turn down the 20K bag in the club to go maybe only make 5K at the Echo on Sunset. But that real fan base that buys tickets is what's going to keep you here for 10 years.
So who took notice? Because I feel like we're skipping some steps. Was it because they say you're an industry plant? So was it a label? Was it a label that came in?
You know why they say that though is because I always say it too, because the come up is actually unbelievable. So you don't believe it. That's it. All my stuff is documented. You can scroll down.
I do want to say one thing, because labels been saying this for years. No artist ever listens, but you listened. Labels encourage artists not to take the bags from the club.
Yeah.
Tell them don't take the bags from the club because you build a fan base and you'll live longer. But most artists don't listen.
Of course they don't, because that's the quick money.
Right.
I never was a club artist though, so that wasn't even an option for me. So my thing when I was making all these songs, around 2015, managers are reaching out, Atlantic Records is reaching out, and I'm entertaining the conversation, but like that's it. Like I'm a kid like in my basement with 700 followers. Like I'm not really like. It's all weird.
You didn't do a sneaky record deal like I'm gonna sign to you, but we're not gonna tell nobody.
Honestly, bro, you would know by now. Someone would have came out and said, I signed. You know what I mean? Like it didn't happen. So what I knew I wanted, because I watched a bunch of Breakfast Clubs, everything, bro. We studied this stuff like stalkers. You feel me? In the basement. So I knew Kara Lewis was the one. Kara Lewis, the booking agent.
I don't even know who that is.
You don't know who Kara Lewis is?
He's not. He doesn't book our acts or.
Still like Eminem, yay, like it's crazy. Okay. Anyway. I knew that from just studying the game. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that artists are not on. Like, y'all are idolizing getting a chain from this rapper who might sign you and shelve you. I was idolizing booking agents.
Right.
Because I feel like that's what it was about. So when managers were reaching out, and my current manager, when he was reaching out, I was like, bro, I'm not talking to you until you get me Kara Lewis. You want to manage me? Get me Kara Lewis.
All right, we got more with Russ when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We have Russ in the building. Does it bother you when people go at you so hard on social media? I seen over the weekend, they did one of those. It should have been you instead of Mac Miller.
Oh,
yeah. It was like crazy.
Yeah, well, you know what? It does bother me. And I'm going to be done with this super soon, because this whole like industry, it's not for me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel the same way.
And that's why I call the album Zoo. This zoo that is fame and whatever is not a place for breeding healthy minds.
It's nasty out here.
It's disgusting. So it's like I'm not into this.
Is the #1 disease.
I'm sure it is. And so when people are saying should have been you, it's like cute. Y'all are people on Twitter making jokes about should have been you, whatever. But you know what's really screwed up is that y'all are the same people who will rob someone of their peace of mind while they're alive, but when they die, wish them to rest in peace.
Right.
How are you going to wish that I rest in peace, but you don't want me to live in peace? So y'all are fake. And RIP to Mac Miller, because the fact that y'all, when he was dropping his album with Astroworld, and I remember every time I was dropping a song leading up to the weeks with Astroworld, everyone was like, keep it, Chief, we're getting Astroworld tonight, even though they weren't. But it's like, y'all making all these jokes, whatever, and y'all were doing that to Mac Miller.
Yeah, when he dropped Swimming. Same night as Astroworld.
As Astroworld. So now, when he passes, now y'all want to come out the woodworks and be like, man. It's like, y'all people saying that stupid were the same ones who were contributing to, a dysfunctional peace of mind, possibly. And it's like, there needs to be a real discussion about internet culture and how it affects artists and celebrities. I'm the first generation of people who grew up on the internet and having to use social media to gain prominence. So when you look at that, you got to understand that if social media can have a positive impact on your career, meaning blow you up, you can't ignore the fact that it can have a negative one. This is one big high school, bro, and people on the internet need to recognize that a lot of them, y'all are bullying kids into depression.
Yeah.
Like, you can't act like you're absolved from it because your fallback is, we're just joking. Cool. That's what everyone in high school says when the girl hangs herself. When it's a joke amongst the school, it's one thing, right? When it's a joke amongst the whole world, like, and you're expecting it to not get through, put it like this, right? Everyone on the internet who be making jokes, y'all be letting 3 mean girls in your school throw y'all off.
Absolutely.
You feel me? So how do you think someone who has 100,000 comments or 20,000 comments of go die, you know what I'm saying? Like, I be getting death threats by the 1,000 on the day.
I get them every day, and you can't even reply, and I can't reply. We can, but when we do, it makes their life bad because people start attacking them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. It's that, or I'm the crazy artist who only replies to hate.
You're supposed to be too big for that.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, the reality is that people on the internet need to be real conscious and responsible of what they're doing, but they're not. You know why? Because the voice of the hip-hop consumer on the internet is a 14-year-old kid who was 5 when, you know, Drake came out. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
and it's always that hurt people.
It's who you went to high school with. It's when I was 14 and 15 and you're making jokes. It's whatever. Like, you get caught giving top on camera in 2006, your school's gonna know, but like people in Nebraska and Africa aren't gonna know. Now it's like,
now girl,
you're just like, you're done. Right, you feel me? And so it's screw getting bullied by 2,000 kids. Now you're getting bullied by 2 million people. And if you think that doesn't have an effect, and you think that, my other thing with this is the consumer wants artists and celebrities to be normal, right? The problem is that you treat them as if they're supposed to be above feeling what the natural human would feel.
Yeah.
So my thing is like, okay, pick a side of the fence.
It's almost like they want you to take all the that they say about you because you got money.
Yeah.
Because you are who you are.
Like, that's supposed to be a blanket.
Yes.
And like a you know, a vest. I gotta be sensitive. I gotta let stuff get to me. Otherwise, I can't give y'all the real. But at the same time, you're asking that person who you demand to be sensitive and relatable enough to relate to your human emotions. You're asking that person to have thick enough skin to not feel anything that is inspiring the music that you love. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense. I think society needs to really look at themselves and take responsibility for what they're doing to artists. You feel me? We're the first generation that's experiencing this stuff, bro. This is not regular.
Why did Lil Pump say me and J cool now? So us.
It's a trend, bro. I mean, that sentence is a trend. Like, J Cole was a trend.
Do you know Pump?
No, I've never met Pump. Met Pump.
So he just was really
chasing. I've never met Pump, but that's what I'm saying, bro. These are 17-year-old kids who, like, just post stuff on the internet. Like, you gotta understand, these are 14 to 18-year-old little kids on the internet. They don't know anything, bro. I don't know, him saying that, it's like, you gotta take that up with you and yourself. Like, why are you saying that? Because I've never talked to you. I've never met you. That's why I said on Kill 'Em All. It's like, I've never talked to y'all. Y'all so obsessed with me, I've never even talked to y'all bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like, how much of a weirdo do you have to be to call someone's name out that you've never talked to or met in a negative fashion? I've never talked to y'all. I've never met y'all. I don't know anyone around y'all. Like, all these rappers who just be saying F us, whatever. That's what's up. When we see y'all in person, we're going to ask for clarification. And that knows what time it is. Him and his manager know what time it is. We call y'all at festivals. Not him. We call y'all's people at festivals. Ask your manager. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know what's up. We don't put up videos because I be minding my business, and I'm not gonna be on the internet.
Like, we'll get sued too, just in case.
Yeah, you know what? But the first rapper who sues someone for getting their ass beat, your career's done. That's not hip hop.
Nah, not in this era.
Well, you know what? That's a shame.
That's not in this era.
Nobody even cares. Be like, yeah, that's what they get for hitting him.
That's it. You know what? That's a shame. But those people know what's up, bro. Like, at the end of the day, like, I'm not the tough guy online. I don't do none of that. I leave that for that's why I also said in Kill 'Em All, I leave that for the WWE rappers, bro. I leave that for the rappers who, because they think they have face tats and tote guns, that, like, we're supposed to be scared of something. Like, y'all are only scaring 14-year-old white kids who don't know any better. Like, y'all are not scaring people who don't have face tats who are felons. Like, what are y'all talking about?
Why did the young rappers critique you like Young Band and Smoke Purp and those guys?
Yeah. You know what? It's a trend. It's a trend to say that, and they need clicks. They know. Put it like this, right? At this point in time, if you mention Russ in a negative fashion on Twitter, you're bound to get more retweets. You feel me? And so
let's try that theory.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
Do it.
Let me tweet out.
You want to put Russ?
I'm gonna tweet out Russ.
Do it.
And then I'm gonna tweet a picture with him later. Like, just playing. Just want to see social experiment.
Watch. I guarantee you, Top comment.
What's your Twitter?
At Russ Diamond, Diemon. Watch what you're gonna see.
Now make sure to tell your Nigerians I'm playing now. This is a social experiment. Okay.
Nah, but those, you know, those two kids, those are clowns, bro.
Did you see him at any festival? Did you?
Yeah, we've caught one of them at a festival. That knows what time it is, bro.
Which one? Smoke Purple Little Band.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If they respond, they know what time it is, bro. I'm putting you like this. We got video too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so if they get slick at the mouth, you just put the video.
I'll leak the video. You getting your ass beat. So I suggest you tread carefully. You feel me? Period. Like is that because I'm done. I'm done biting my tongue. I don't like as much as people think that I talk about self-sufficiency and about how I do everything myself and you could do it too. Yeah, but like I don't be talking about how much of clowns y'all really are. You feel me? And so like
can you tell us the story? What happened? You don't have to tell us who it was.
I'm just like, don't make me stoop down to y'all's level where I'm gonna play the internet game too and I'm gonna have you humiliated. You feel me? Like, don't do that.
So you saw him at a festival, you ran down on him?
We you know, it is what it is, bro. They know what time it is. That's all I'm gonna say. They know what time it is. They know what time it is. Like the second.
Let's act like he's a drug dealer in the 80s.
No, that's Sicilian mob boy.
Nah, they know what time it is. They know what time it is, bro. They know what time it is. The second that stuff happened, a whole lot of F Russ stopped coming out from their profile. You feel me? They know what time it is.
Swim with the fishes. All right, there you have it.
They know what time it is.
Russ, new album out right now. Zoo. It's the Breakfast Club. It's Russ.
The Breakfast Club.
My God.
What?
My God.
All I hear is complaints. Oh. Jesus Christ.
What's going on?
Gracious.
My God, I can't stand all this complaining.
All right. Now, morning, everybody. We are the Breakfast Club. Welcome back, Angela Yee.
Nobody gonna ask me who's complaining?
Who's complaining?
No, because I know where you're going to go, and you're a troublemaker. All right.
You're complaining about complaining.
Let's play with him, Yee. Who's complaining?
Revolt TV employees. Why are they complaining?
Nobody's complaining, man. This guy's a jerk,
They shouldn't complain.
They
only got to work 6 months.
Exactly, yes. Why would you complain they're only working 6 months a year?
I hate y'all, man. I hate y'all. Well, Yee's back, and let's get to these rumors. Let's talk button.
It's time. She's spilling the tea. This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
Well, the new Revolt series, State of the Culture, debuted last night. And one thing that happened was Remy Ma brought up the fact that Joe Budden has not responded to Eminem, because you know Remy Ma will respond. Now, here's what he had to say.
Eminem dropped a surprise album, Kamikaze, and threw shots at a few of his peers, including me. You guys heard that bullshit, I'm sure. Not MGK. I'm talking about the Eminem bullshit. What's up, Remy? I smell smoke.
Is that because he actually dissed you and you have yet to respond yet because you mad and you scared to death and you know he will flame you if you even try it? Is that why?
No, Remy.
No one really gives a about what MGK has said. You want to know what are you going to say? What are you going to say?
Remy is I love Remy,
Drop
man.
one or two
I love
bombs
Remy.
for
Good
Remy
point, Remy.
Martin. Reminisce Martin is a jewel.
She does that all the time.
Protected at all costs.
She does. I tell everybody this story. Remy did that to me with a club and a club promoter. You gonna let him not pay you? Like you're a little sucker? Like you're a little girl? Like Remy got me into a fight that night.
I'm here for all Remy Ma commentary. How often does that show come on?
Once a week.
Once a week. I'm here for all Remy Ma commentary.
Remy's hilarious.
I'm saying.
What up, Rem?
And you know what's great is that she will do what she tells you to do. If she's telling
we
you
don't need Remy to do that no more. Remy Stripes.
That means she'll do it herself.
We don't need Remy to do nothing else no more.
The funny thing is she did that to me with the club promoter, and then she helped me fight. Like, Remy's crazy.
We don't need Remy Ma to do nothing else no more. Remy has done enough. Okay.
Who ain't pay you,
Remy Ma
Andy?
live her
It was
existence.
a long time ago we were in the club.
Go ahead, blast this promoter right now.
Remember.
Who ain't pay you?
That was like 10 years ago. I don't remember.
let Remy Ma be the queen that she is. Thank you.
All right. Yo MTV Wrapped is going to be launching internationally. They're doing local versions of that franchise in the UK, Germany, Southeast Asia, and Africa. So that should be pretty exciting. They said the UK version is going to debut on September 25th, and then each localized version is going to debut after that in 2019.
I don't think we need a Yo MTV Raps in 2018.
Well,
and the reason I say that is because back in the day, Yo MTV Raps was a niche thing because rap wasn't as dominant as it is now. Rap is pop culture now.
Yeah, but you got to think these are different. This is not the United States. This is international. So I think that they would benefit
You
from
don't think hip
something
hop is the dominant genre internationally?
Yeah, but it's newer
Some
in other
places.
places than it is here.
Mm-hmm.
So just
I think
like
that'll be dope.
yeah, like even when I was just
So
in
is it old episodes or new episodes?
No, they're gonna do their own
A
local
whole new
ones
show.
Oh.
for their own
okay.
local
Now
artists.
that makes sense.
Are you listening?
No. That makes sense.
So you get to also discover some of the old and other things as well as new artists too, and regional emerging artists. And I think that's great to have that platform.
That'd be dope.
Yes. All right, Kanye West. Now let's talk about what happened when he was at Ralph Lauren's 50th anniversary party, and he did not like a question that one of the reporters asked him. Here's what happened.
No, she needs to be kicked out right now, or I'm leaving. Right now. Let me show you. Let me show you.
We'll take care of it.
Ralph Lauren would be very ashamed that you asked that trash question. No, you have to go.
So he tried to get somebody kicked out because they asked him a question about Tyson Beckford. Remember Tyson and Kim Kardashian were going back and forth on social media, and it's Ralph Lauren. So, Tyson Beckford was a Ralph Lauren model, so it kind of makes sense that affiliation would be there, but he tried to get them kicked out. I don't know if that person got kicked out,
That's
but
funny.
He said Ralph Lauren will be very ashamed you asked that trash question.
I got to hear the exact question before I come to a conclusion about this.
How many times did they ask Charlamagne not to ask
and he's doing anyway.
Crazy questions during any of the Powerhouse concerts? They'd be like, Charlamagne, don't ask anything crazy. We need the artist still to perform.
And do I give a damn?
No.
All right.
Kanye tried to flex, get him kicked out. Okay. And Tinashe is going to be on Dancing with the Stars season 27. People were going crazy on social media about that. Kind of seems unfair because she's a great dancer. Yeah, that's what people were saying though.
Why are you such an a-hole?
No, I'm not. I'm asking. Usually they do that when they're a little older, and
that is not true. Dancing with the Stars be having people on there that's popping and relevant now. Kim Kardashian did Dancing with the Stars. Kim Kardashian did Dancing with the Stars before.
Remember when Wendy did it?
Kim Kardashian did Dancing with the Stars.
She did it when she was like 3 years ago, right?
Who?
Kim.
Yeah, and Kim was popping in.
Okay.
Like that don't mean you washed because you on Dancing with the Stars.
All right.
I mean, some washed people be on it. That's what mean Tinashe is necessarily washed.
But she's a great dancer.
She is. That's cheating.
I kind of feel like she has an unfair advantage. All right, after Mac Miller's apparent overdose, and that was really sad, by the way, when I heard about that, Bow Wow took to social media to talk about certain things.
Bow Wow.
Hey, let
shut
him
up.
talk.
I don't even want to hear it.
Let him talk.
I don't even want to hear what he got to say.
Go ahead, Yee.
He said to the youth, stop with these dumbass drugs. I'm going to let something out. When me and Omarion worked on Face Off album, I was high off lean every day. When y'all saw me on BET going off on Torre, I was high off lean. My attitude, everything changed. My fans started to turn on me, my family too. I never promoted lean in my songs. The whole time I was on the UCP tour with Chris, I was sipping fours at least 7 times a day. I was addicted until our show in Cincinnati. I came off stage and passed out, woke up in the hospital. I was having withdrawal. I never felt a pain like that ever. It was summer, but I was walking around with 3 hoodies on because I was so cold. I missed the Chicago show of that tour, Baltimore show, because I was effing high and sick. That ish not cool, and I was doing it to be cool. Kick that ish. Be a good son or daughter. He goes on and on to talk about it.
What about your behavior now, though, Bow Wow? Like, what's causing you to fake want to kill yourself every few weeks on social media?
But he did say drug-free is the way to be.
There you go.
He said, smarten up, tighten up out here. We can't lose no more of you. Not one. I love all of y'all, the young artists, all the kids around the world. Don't follow a trend. Break the cycle.
Let's bring back the Just Say No campaign. That was a great campaign.
It was.
Just Say No?
Well, let's start it again.
That was hard. Bring it back for opioids and
heroin.
Is lean considered an opioid?
Heroin, lean, opioids.
Is heroin considered an opioid?
All of those things. That's been
all that stuff y'all using now. Let's bring it back
prescription
for Just Say
drugs,
No.
illegal drugs, Molly's. Which
So who
on Insecure, Molly's definitely look like a don't do this.
So who doing crack?
Crack is?
Some people.
Where they selling that at now?
What, you want some?
No, I'm just saying.
I don't know.
I wouldn't know where they sell crack.
Crack.
I haven't been in around any crackheads.
I think I know no crack dealers no more.
No, thank God. All right.
Well, I'll put out a tweet for you, see if we can find you some.
That's okay.
I know who's selling the pills.
All right, I'm Angela Yee, and that's your rumor report.
Somebody in here? You point them out? Goodness gracious. All right, Revolt, we'll see you tomorrow. Everybody else, the People's Choice Mix is up next. It's Luda's birthday. Happy birthday to Ludacris. We're going to get some Luda joints on.
It's Taraji P. Henson's born day today, too, man.
I ain't got none of her joints.
You can play It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp. She's singing on that. Mm. Yeah, that means his mix is already pre-recorded and he ain't think about that one to add.
All right,
let me see if I can find that. All right, well, anyway, you want to go to Powerhouse NYC's Powered by Amp Energy Organic. Let's go!